Hello and welcome to Health Matters on Channels Television. Thanks for joining us. I am Mary Alale Yusuf. There's a collaboration between the Lagos State Government, the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the World Health Organization and others for a mass vaccination campaign starting October 19th, 2024. The exercise will continue until the end of the month. Mass, that word, gives the impression that many people should get vaccinated, and indeed, the target is in millions of people. The fact that it's not the regular national program on immunization means this is a special drive. The diseases they are targeting are measles, yellow fever, and human papilloma virus. Many other states have embarked on and completed similar mass vaccination programs. All over the world in 2023, 14.5 million children missed vaccinations, according to the WHO. Yellow fever vaccine coverage is in at-risk countries was at a mere 50%. Joining me on the show is Virologist, Education Administrator, and Emeritus Vice Chancellor of Redeemers University, Professor Oyewole Tomori. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Mary. It's a pleasure to be here.
So there appears to be like a sense of urgency about this campaign. Why? What's informing this integrated campaign, vaccination campaign?
I think you remember, thank you very much. You remember that we had COVID in the last 2 years, during which issues of vaccination and everything actually was put to the back door. And so over the last 2 years, as WHO reported, a lot of children missed their vaccination. And I think this is now being brought up to catch up on all those ones that have missed their vaccination and also to continue to improve. And you know, Nigeria, we not really had a good level of routine immunization. So this is a combined effort, getting all of the vaccination that we missed before, and then catching up on those newborn babies. So it's really urgent because we have a backlog of many, many children who have missed vaccination.
Okay, so in a sentence or two, we're talking about yellow fever, measles, HPV. In a sentence or two, tell us what these illnesses look like when people have them. Are they also among the killer diseases?
Mention 3 diseases. Let's start with measles. Measles is mainly among children where they have their fever, they have all these rashes on their body. They have runny nose, they have cough. And it's very common amongst children, and a lot of children get it. That's number one. Yellow fever is a problem with us in the west part of most of Africa and parts of southern Africa, maybe Central Africa. In Nigeria in particular, we've had a lot of yellow fever because of the mosquito vectors that are found all over the place. Again, this is a disease, another viral disease, which you have affecting everybody who can be exposed to mosquitoes. The virus is carried by the mosquito, and when it bites us, then we get the infection. And what you get is same typical viral disease infection. You have a fever, you have a jaundice, which demarcates it from what we call yellow eyes. That demarcates it from some of the other fevers like malaria that we get. And the third one is the human papilloma virus infection. This one is mainly associated with women, and which is supposed to be actually the greatest cause of cancer among women. It is another virus called the human papilloma virus. There are so many of them, maybe by the number of them about 30, 40, but at least 16, the virus number 16 and number 18 are the major cause of infection. And this is transmitted mainly through sexual transmission and contact, but basically, mainly, as I said, through sexual transmission. So people who engage in sexual intercourse will have a chance of getting this virus. Once it gets to the body, later in years, it gets turns into what we call the cervical cancer that you have in women. Men also have some kind of tumor, but it's not as severe as you find with women cervical cancer.
That was really very concise. How many people is this campaign targeting?
First of all, because it's 3 or 4 or 5, I mean, we're looking at 3 different groups of measles, mainly among children, yellow fever amongst all of us from the age of 9 months to about 44, and then the human papilloma vaccine, mainly with girls, pre-teenager and up to about 20, 24 years old women. And that's the period when, because of early sexual intercourse or something, the pre-teens and all that, that's when the virus is transmitted. But the disease may not come up until almost 10, 20 years later. So you want to prevent it and reduce the possibility of people getting that virus, which will later on turn into cancer, especially among women.
Okay, so when you say integrated, does it mean that the vaccines are going to be mixed as one, or are they different vaccines?
No, it is the program, the process that is integrated. Usually people will take yellow fever because there are different routes of getting this one. As I said, we are focusing measles and the children population. We are looking at yellow fever from the age of 9 months to about 44 years. We are looking at the the human papilloma vaccine amongst mainly women. So the integration is that we have different processes going on together by the same health workers, and each group will come for its own at a different time, rather than doing them separately, yellow fever today, that tomorrow. So the door is open. It's like a market. You go there and buy whatever it is you want to buy there. And that's the beauty of this. We're going to reach so many more people than if you had done it only. We are talking of measles, you're probably not going to find adults there. We're talking of the human papilloma, but men will probably not be there. But the other one, that's yellow fever, it touches all of us. So that's why the integration comes.
Okay, so you mentioned something there. Usually when we talk about these vaccines, we're thinking of children, babies. But you said 9 months to 44 years. Why? What happened all of a sudden?
All right, good. That's a fantastic and good question you have asked. Yellow fever, as I mentioned, yellow fever is a disease that is carried by mosquitoes. By the virus, yellow fever virus. And since mosquitoes can bite any of us are exposed to that. As you see from, say, you saw the example we gave with the human papilloma virus. That has strictly between sexual intercourse and all that. We talk about the measles, which is usually a problem of young children. Now, yellow fever concerns all of us. If you can be bitten by a mosquito, you can be exposed. And if you are not vaccinated against it before, you can get yellow fever. So that's why you have the different age groups that are coming in, with emphasis being laid on each group, depending on which vaccine you are going to get.
Okay, so this is massive. When you talk about 9 months to 44 years, I cannot begin to imagine how many people can actually come and get this vaccine. Hitherto, the National Program on Immunization has been free. Will there be any sort of payment, given the sheer number of people that you want to reach?
Not at all, not a penny will be asked from anybody. In fact, it is not so surprising, it's not strange. Take the issue of yellow fever. It's been done in different parts of the country before. I can remember way back in the early 20s, 2010, 2009, all those. We went throughout the different parts of this country vaccinating people. I think Lagos is probably one of the only remaining states that have not had this kind of mass campaign that's going on. We've done it in Cross River, we've done in different states. It has been done successfully without any problem. As I said, people come in and they get their vaccine and they go. Nobody's charging anybody for it. Because we are trying to protect all of us. The essence is the fact that when we are so many of us all vaccinated, then we have not called the immunity, the herd immunity, which will allow us to protect other people around. But then don't be the victim. Go out, and while you're trying to protect yourself, you're also doing an extra thing, protecting other people around you. Because if we are all protected, and even the mosquito bites us, then we won't have the disease. If you don't have the disease, then you can't get another mosquito spreading to another person. So we're doing a community thing. By your own saving yourself, you're also adding to it, saving other people around you. I think that's something we should all look for. We're a community, we're a country, we're a people of the same situation. We should be there to protect each other.
Apart from the range, the age range, 9 months to 44 years, are there any other qualifying criteria for people to get the vaccine?
No, first of all, let me state strictly for 9 months to 44 years is strictly for the yellow fever.
Okay.
Here, the measles is limited to our children, and the HPV is limited to mainly preteen children, girls, and a little elderly women. So it's clearly stated out who and who can get what. So it's not that all of us are going to go there to get come for yellow fever, tomorrow I come for this and that. This information is made available, and I think the Ministry of Lagos State has brought out information and guidelines at the different health centers who and who can get what. And that information is on the radio and it's been announced, just like we are doing now. And we're doing now. We're getting that information out to people. So there's no condition to it. First of all, any healthy individual can come in and get this vaccination at any of the different centers where they are distant. And when you get there, you'll find all the signs, which shows which one you can go for yellow fever, which one is going for what do you call it, the HPV, and which one for the measles and things of that nature. I think the state government has done a great job already in preparation, making procedure to make it easy and understandable and awareness for the people so they know where to go and what we are doing. You already said actually it started October 9 to up to the end of this month. I think the earlier people go, the better, so that all of us can get vaccinated.
Okay, so just for people who may be watching now and want to quickly go for this vaccination because it's starting today, what are some of these centers? I'm sure all primary healthcare centers will be doing it, or correct me if I'm wrong.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. Primary healthcare centers, different hospitals, even private centers that offer immunization, they're also participating. So everybody is involved. It's a community, both the private and both the public are all getting involved to make it easier for access. So that, you not say, oh, it's only limited to this area. It's found in any primary healthcare center that you have, any of the hospitals, and some public institutions that actually offer routine immunization and sort of that nature.
Okay, so let's assume somebody goes today and gets maybe the measles and also the yellow fever vaccination. Do they need to have a follow-up, or is that it for life? What should they be looking forward to in the future?
With the measles, especially for children, you get it at the age of 9, and then you get the next one, the second dose at the age of 18. I mean, at the age of 9 months, and then at the age of 18 months. And also, the important thing is also to say that if you get one dose, you are not really fully protected. So it's good to get the second one. Many more people, the immunity is much robust, and many more people are protected. With the yellow fever, a good thing about yellow fever is the fact that it's almost lifelong. You get it once and you are protected, although WHO recommends that you come back after 10 years. As for the HPV vaccine, once it's given to the women, it's like you're protected for the period of that, for a long period after you have gotten that infection. So yellow fever is once, measles is twice, and the HPV also is given once.
So I'm wondering how you can get this enormous job done in less than 2 weeks. That really is a concern. Can all this be done in less than 2 weeks? Because from the 19th to the 31st isn't even up to 2 weeks.
Let me give again, we go back, I think we're going by experience of the past. I mentioned to you that we've done yellow fever vaccination, mass campaign, and also of thing in different states, which are trying to reach people from the age of 9 months to 44. And it was just for 1 week. And we actually made up to about 80–90% coverage of those we wanted to reach. So 2 weeks has increased the number. And I'm sure with the hardworking nature of the team from the Lagos State Ministry of Health, I can assure you that as many people as we will reach, and they will achieve our objective, except that we need to appeal to people to come out. Don't wait until the last day. Go now for it, please. And that's the message I think we can pass to people.
Okay, we'll take a very short break and come back and continue with this. Please stay with us and join us on the other side. Welcome back. It's Health Matters, and we are talking about the Lagos mass vaccination campaign. You can call and ask any questions you have on the topic. The number to call is 0808-054-2233. You can also send me a message on X at CTV_Mary A while we continue with the show. So, Prof, you know how some people can be skeptical and they say there's been no light for so long in Lagos, I mean in the last few days. How sure are we that that vaccine is even working? How sure are we that whatever it is inside has not died? What would you say to them?
You know, one good thing about the health centers we have nowadays is that this is one area where government, I think we must commend our government, where they are taking extra steps to ensure that those live vaccines are kept safe. You probably will find in quite a lot of primary healthcare centers, you have solar support to their distance. They have generator backup and all those kinds. So you're having, apart from the NEPA, apart from those, that's one, a lot of them have solar panels. Many of them also have generator backup, which are well maintained. I can assure you that by the time the government came up to do this one, all those aspects have been taken care of. So let's give ourselves some credit in our country. In spite of the poor situation that we're having, there's still a lot of things that are going on well in this country. You remember, it's many times I keep telling people that I owe this country more than I can ever pay back. And every day the country is doing something. Yes, we have problems, but on those issues that concern the life of the people, I can assure you this government from Lagos State, I'm not working for them, but I've been around and seen what they are doing. And I know that many primary healthcare centers have, in their historic post-op list, have facilities to ensure that solar energy, generator backup, and the additional whatever is there to support it. So please go there with confidence. They probably won't give you anything. And if they give you something and it leads to a poor situation, you won't come back next time. But then we are here for, it's a continuous thing. So please go there. The government has done whatever it can do to make sure that whatever they're giving to you is not only potent, it's safe.
Okay, thank you for that. But you know, there are some other questions that people do ask, and I'm sure you even know those questions more than we do. But I can tell you for a fact that some people think that the HPV vaccine is dangerous. I mean, I have seen it on social media, and I can imagine how many people have also read that. And is there any danger?
You know, not getting it is more dangerous because this is a vaccine that prevents you from getting cancer if you get it early. Will you rather get cancer than get a vaccine? And all over the world, not just here, in other parts of the world, they have shown that this vaccine has worked in preventing cancer. They've looked at the stages of those people who never had cancer. That there may be their grandmother, younger elderly women, and the number of cases of cancer they are getting, cervical cancer they are getting in women. Compared to now that they've introduced this vaccine to the preteen, and they're not seeing cases of cervical cancer anymore. Why can't we learn from other people's experience? So there are a lot of people who bring us sorts of rumors, all sorts of stories about everything. My point is that we cannot quarrel with those people. Our duty is to provide them with the data and the information they require for the sake of their life. You can listen to a rumor and die if you like, but that's not what we want for you. Get the fact, let people know what the fact is, and take advantage of the fact. For me, my generation, We survived by chance because there was no vaccine in my time. And I know how many of my family members, young colleagues, here today, gone tomorrow. Measles, whatever, all those things, killing them. So me, I survived, my generation survived by chance. But these people have a choice. The choice is between ignorance and truth. So you can hear all sorts of rumors, but please go and find out from those who know what exactly is happening. And one of the things I think we're doing now, this awareness, because if the information, the rumors are there, it is in our position to counter those rumors with facts. And I'll give you an example. Countries that never used HPV before, they see the number of cervical cancer they're getting. When they started using it, the number has dropped significantly. So what else do we need that we can use as an example? We need to tell these type of stories rather than let the rumor mongers carry out and get the airwaves.
What if somebody is older than 44? Or, okay, let's even stick with the HPV. What if a woman is older than, she's not 18, and she just wants to get the HPV vaccine, even if she has to pay? Can she? But before you answer that,
I mean, one of the things
before you answer that, sir, sorry to butt in, let's take Hassan, who is calling from Lagos. Hello, Hassan.
Good morning, everybody. Please, my question is about yellow fever. Why is it age discriminatory? Because based on the analysis, it's from 9 months to 40-something years. Why are people in their 50s not being discriminated against to have these vaccines? Because yellow fever is a menace. So it's a widespread problem in Nigeria. Good morning.
Okay, I like how you think, Hassan. At least he's saying something similar to what I'm saying. He feels, why not allow older people to get yellow fever vaccine? That they also want to be safe.
You're right. Because I mentioned the fact that the reason why we came to that is that if you're as old as I am, of 44 and above, you are likely to have either gotten the vaccine, number one, or gotten infected and survived. So people my age group will have been exposed to, I mean, it's like when we're talking about malaria and things of that nature, a child of 9 years probably will have fewer bouts of malaria than a man that is 50. But you remember I also said about yellow fever, once you get it, when you get the vaccine or you get the infection, you are protected for life. So there's only wasting vaccine to people who have been around for so long. And let me look at it. When you look at the history of yellow fever in Nigeria, we have had epidemics in this country from way back in the 1952, 53, and then there was a big one that came out in 1970. And then we had a big one in 81 up to 90. So there have been so many episodes of yellow fever in the country that people who have been around at that time will have either been exposed or got vaccinated. So you don't want to waste vaccine on those people because they're actually already protected for life, indirectly. So the studies have shown that the majority of people who don't have this are those between the age of 9 and 44 years, or 40, 45 years, some of that nature. So plus or minus that way, that's why the thing was restricted to that. You remember that we are not seeing the same figures for measles. We are not using the same medicine for papillomavirus. So this, I mean, these are the issues. So decisions are taken based on data. And when you analyze your data, if you find that 100 people who are 100 years and above have already gotten infected and have gotten protected, why would you want to use a vaccine on those people? You want to use it on those who are likely, who are at higher risk. That's the word. These people are at a higher risk. And if the vaccines were all over, we have plenty of it, then you can do what we want to do. But we don't have enough of those vaccines. Therefore, we must make full use of it for the advantage of those who have not been exposed before. So that explains the reason why there's a difference. So it's not discrimination. It is based on the data available that more children get measles, not adults get it. that women are more exposed to this cervical cancer than men or than younger people. So you want to prevent it before it reaches their age, and you look at the age that will have it. By the time you're already 40, 50, if you have been exposed to it, you're not likely to need the vaccine. And take the other issue of the yellow fever, we have explained. You have been around in this country for this long, as many of us have been, you must have gotten yellow fever, either the vaccine or the disease.
Okay. Thank you so much for that answer.
Discrimination is based on data.
Okay. Thank you so much for that answer. And I think Hassan must be satisfied with that. I certainly do understand. And thank you for coming to the show. We're out of time. And have a lovely day, sir. And thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, Mary. It's my pleasure all the time. And thank you for all the work you are doing to educate and make our people aware.
Thank you. Remember, less than 2 weeks, go for your vaccine and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Mary Alale Yusuf.